So we just got done watching Charlie Brown's Christmas, the classic short. And Mark, what was it about?
Well, it started out with Charlie Brown struggling to find the meaning of Christmas. He's depressed, he's unhappy, but he's still doing all the basic Christmas traditions people do. Just trying to follow that Christmas spirit, but he just can't seem to find it.
Yeah, depressed as always. He's always got a problem. He's always complaining. But no one else really helps, do they?
No, the only real help he receives is from his best friend Linus, who emphasized this fact by saying that Charlie Brown was the only person he knew that could find a problem with such a great holiday like Christmas.
So he seeks psychiatric help from Lucy, of all people, and pays for it on top of that. What does Lucy tell him to do?
Lucy tells him that he needs involvement. He needs to be involved with what's going on. So she decides to give him the hardest possible job she can, by making him the director of the Christmas play.
Yes, so all the kids in the town, I guess, are part of this play, and they have everything but a director. Of course, like the hardest job in a play. So they make Charlie Brown do it, who knows nothing, and he even says, "I can't. I don't. I don't know how to do this."
I know nothing about directing. Why would you make me do this?
And Lucy's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll help." So he does it. And
to her defense, she did help.
Sure.
To an extent.
But that doesn't change the fact that when they were gearing up and everyone was hearing about it, that they were like, "Oh crap! Here's Charlie Brown. He's gonna ruin everything."
Yes. The moment they heard Charlie Brown was their director, they were not happy about it.
It's just
in any way, shape, or form.
They have the worst things to say to this kid, like abuse everywhere from everyone. Who's gonna direct us? Charlie Brown. Oh no!
This is gonna be the worst play ever.
And then even Snoopy joins in. When he finally shows up, it's like there's no winning. There's no winning. But he actually does a good job. He tries to do the right thing.
Yeah, he gives everyone clear direction about some hand signs and what they mean, and he definitely does his best to get people into their parts. He does his best he can as a director, as he should have, and honestly, huge respects for it.
Yeah, off the bat, he's doing everything correctly. No one's listening though. No one's a good listener. They get caught up in the activity and whatever. But freaking Schroeder's the problem here. He keeps. He says, "All right, set the tone for the first scene." When they finally get all the costumes and scripts handed out, and he just starts playing the classic, like, and then everyone just starts dancing again. It's just, and he does that multiple times too, like.
And just for a moment of clarification, the play they're doing is the birth of Christ.
Right.
So the first scene should not be your classic Charlie Brown theme.
No, but it's Schroeder's fault. Freaking Schroeder. But no one seems to care. They just go along with it.
Yeah, they just start dancing. They just start having a jolly old time goofing off. And Charlie Brown's trying to get him on task to get this play right. He's taking this very seriously and doing the best he can.
And no one's happy about it.
No.
He keeps saying we're doing it wrong. It's like, well, what do we do about it? And he says, you know what? We should bring more spirit of the Christmas season here. So he decides to go out and get a tree.
Yes.
And Linus helps him. But he's having an issue with this commercialism thing too, which I think is actually a prominent problem to address in this. Even in today's world, I think a lot of people get despondent with Christmas because of all the flash and all the decorating and all the presents, all that stuff, and how there's almost this forcefulness to be happy. And that's exactly what Charlie Brown's feeling. But it's like, dude, it's going to be okay. That's sort of what the line of thinking you want to try and inherit. But these kids are awful. They're terrible. They're
kind of the worst.
He goes out and says, I'm going to get a tree. I'm going to get a big Christmas tree so we can all respond better to it. And then
Lucille she made a preference. Lucy made a preference of getting like the best aluminum tree you can, the best commercialized fake tree you can.
Yeah, do something right for once, Charlie Brown.
And so Charlie Brown and Linus go to the tree store, and they get this little itty bitty wooden tree. And Charlie Brown says, Linus is like, I don't think that'll be received very well, because Lucy like said pretty specifically what you want, and Charlie Brown's, I don't care. This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna get like a good spirit of Christmas with this little tree.
So they go, and everyone hates it. And this is where they just rake him over the coals. If it wasn't bad before, it was baddest. Bullies! They're all bullies!
Even his own dog, man's best friend.
You've messed up before, Charlie Brown, but this time is the worst time. They just... So he gets all depressed again. He's like, darn, I guess I screwed up again. I was only trying to do the right thing. And then he just has this shout out like, does anyone know what Christmas is really about? And of course, Linus with his blinking and his sucking ways, like just decides to do a mic drop, quotes the whole the first 10 verses of Matthew or something on the birth of Christ.
Yeah, he recites the entire meeting of the angel and the shepherds perfectly, and then just politely walks off stage.
It's like, that's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown. Like, just
Linus for the win.
It's like, dude, yeah, he's right. He's right.
Perfectly on point.
And so Charlie Brown, he gets a little confidence about this, so he's like, all right, okay. Takes the tree with him, goes kind of on a pondering walk, kind of a little happier. Decides he still wants to try and have a happy Christmas. Goes out, finds Snoopy's decorations on his doghouse, which he won an award for, I guess. Takes one ornament, puts it on the tree, and what happens to the tree?
It kind of just bends over.
Falls over.
Oh no.
Killed it.
And Charlie decided he's just had it. He walks back into his
Depressed
home.
Yet again. And the kids don't even own up to what they did. They go up and then
never do.
They're just like, Charlie Brown is a blockhead, but he did get a nice tree. I guess it's kind of nice. I guess.
Yeah, Linus making the point, like, I think Charlie Brown got a tree. It just needs a little love. So Lucy refusing to call him anything but a blockhead.
So they dress it up, make it look nice with all the extra decorations. Then start singing a hymn. And Charlie Brown comes back out.
And they all yell, Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown!
So
nothing ever happened.
So they did something sort of nice. And there it ends.
Moral of the story, I guess.
We can all relate with Charlie Brown's feelings, I think, and that was why I really like this classic short, and just the message that it brings as far as maintaining the correct perspective. Although these kids are little freaking punks, like
they are. Schroeder respectful.
It was all Schroeder's fault. The play might have actually moved along if Schroeder could just play the right music, but he can't stand it. He's either playing the classic Peanuts theme or Beethoven. He can't get off of it. So screw you, Schroeder. Merry freaking Christmas.
It's all about your perspective.
Most of the time.